Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video here on the Sam Cooks Kindness YouTube channel. I am Sam, and I am so happy that you are here. Today is another What I Eat in a Day video. You're gonna come along with me for everything that I eat today. It's all gonna be vegan. I'm focusing on as much whole foods as I can, but I'm not super strict. So if like little things sneak in, it's not a big deal because we have health goals, but we also want to keep our mental health in check as well. So it is breakfast time. I just got back from my cold, dreary morning walk. I absolutely kind of loathe this time of year as it gets colder. And I'm not looking forward to my cold walks because I get outside every single morning with my dog, no matter the weather, unless it's like, you know, a natural disaster or something. But a little rain and cold doesn't keep me in the house, but it does make me complain. So not a fan. But now it's time for my hot coffee. This is just plain black coffee that I have here, and I'm gonna make some oatmeal. I'm gonna switch it up this morning and do some pumpkin carrot cake oats. So let's go. So I actually used the stove for my oats this morning, which I know is a huge shocker because I usually only use the microwave. But I wanted to make myself something that felt a little special this morning. And so I made these pumpkin carrot cake oats, and I'm really excited to try them. There's no sweetener in this except for the banana. I'm trying to just kind of mix the banana in to make it a little sweet. I could add like a drizzle of maple syrup or something, but I don't think I really need it. So this smells so yummy and fall. Let's give it a try. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, I love this. It's not sweet at all, but the little bites of the banana give it a little pop. You know what would be really good in this too? Like maybe like a chopped up date. A chopped up date would go perfect in here for those little pops of like sweetness and like caramely goodness. I'm not going to add it this morning because I don't need it. The banana is enough for me. And again, trying to see where I can cut back on some things. And since I don't need it, I'm not going to add it. I absolutely love adding pureed pumpkin to my oats. I think this is something that I'm going to do regularly, honestly, because it adds like such a creamy texture in here. And I just love it so much. It adds that like, you don't taste the pumpkin. It just adds like, makes your oats thick and creamy and delicious. It doesn't matter what type of oats I'm actually making. You can add pumpkin to anything. I like grating the carrots like really small for this because they cook faster and they blend in a little bit better. And honestly, like obviously the longer you cook it, the less you'll notice the carrots. I just cooked this on the stove for like 7 minutes and that was it. And I'm gonna sit down and enjoy this with the rest of my coffee. It is now coming up on to lunchtime and I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to prep my lunch now. I'm going to stick with my basics and do air fried potatoes, air fried veggies, and I have an open can of chickpeas, so that's going to be my protein. I have some eggplant, zucchini, and peppers. I'm going to eat all of this for my lunch today along with those potatoes. I'm going to start by pre-cooking my potatoes in my microwave steamer. I like to do that so they get nice and crisp but still stay kind of soft on the inside. I think it just improves the texture. It also cuts down on the cook time a little bit. And while I am prepping my lunch, I wanted to check in with everybody. I know I had a lot of people kind of joining me for an October like cleanup and trying to get the scales moving again. So how's everybody doing? Are we doing good? Are we struggling? I want to know. I love chatting with everybody in the comments, so let me know how we're feeling. I have been doing okay. I think I've told you guys I've kind of been like bouncing between the same like 3 to 4 pounds for a while, just fluctuating a lot. And so I was trying to really focus on whole foods, cutting out more of the processed stuff this month to get that scale moving again. I'm happy to say that my weight is at the lower end of my range right now, which I count as a huge win. I've been sticking with my goals, like my 2 pounds of veggies every day, eating my potatoes at least 2 meals. I've been sticking with all that, and it is helping. I've had a couple treats here and there that were planned because I knew it was happening already, like my brother's wedding and stuff like that. Also, something that's made it a little bit more difficult for me is that I am working really hard on a fall ebook right now and testing all the recipes. They're healthy recipes, but I'm testing so many and like tasting. I think I'm just eating more in general because I'm testing so many recipes. So that is something that I have to be mindful of as well this month. But I do want to say, I religiously step on the scale every single day, and the fluctuations can really mess with your head. But you have to remember to zoom out, because I'll show you my chart from like the last week or so, and it doesn't look like it's doing much, or it may look like it's going up. But if you zoom out and see the big picture, you can actually see the trend of what's actually happening. So it's important to take that data and to like step on the scale every single day, but it's also important to zoom out, because you can't just rely on what's happening day to day with how many fluctuations, especially for women. The fluctuations are insane. But that's why it's important to just zoom out and really look at the whole picture, and to play the long game, like to stay consistent with what you're doing and to not give up when you see that scale go up, because that could just be a day where you fluctuated up, and maybe tomorrow you're gonna have a big drop. But that's just my 2 cents. That's where I am right now in my October, whatever you want to call it. And I'm feeling pretty good about it overall. And I feel like I'm on the edge of like a drop, because if you look at my scale or my chart, I'll show you my chart, you can kind of see the pattern. And I think it's this way for a lot of people, where you'll think you're plateaued or you'll go up, you'll be annoyed, but if you stick with it, then you have a drop. And then the same thing happens. You'll kind of stay in that range, lots of fluctuations, you're annoyed, it goes up a little bit, and then you'll have a drop. So it's like stepping down slowly with the consistency over time. So I hope that brings you a little bit of hope to just kind of stick with what you're doing and to not give up, not feel like it's not working in the short term, and to really look at the big picture. I got all my veggies chopped. I'm gonna throw these into the air fryer. I just found this Cajun seasoning from Aldi this week, and it sounds really good. It's just salt, paprika, pepper, red pepper, oregano, garlic, onion, just kind of like an all-purpose seasoning, but it sounded tasty, so I'm gonna put this on my veggies and on my potatoes for lunch today. I have my lunch ready to go here, the air-fried potatoes, veggies, chickpeas in there. I'm gonna top this off with a drizzle of mustard and the Capital City Mambo sauce. It's kind of barbecue-y, but less calories, and I really, really like it. I get it off of Amazon. So that's what I'm gonna top this off with. I'm ready to dig in. I have tons and tons of non-starchy veggies there. I've got my potatoes and my chickpeas for filling, satisfying starches and a little bit of protein. And honestly, I am just really excited to dig into this. Highly recommend that Cajun seasoning. It's got like a tiny, tiny kick, kind of like an Old Bay. It's really good. I have a cup of coffee brewing, and I'm gonna have an afternoon snack of some lupini beans and a pear. I am starting to think about dinner. It's almost time to get my kids off the bus, so I have to kind of have some kind of plan going on, and I think I'm gonna do a component bowl, kind of like a harvest grain fall feeling bowl for dinner tonight. It's gonna have lots of roasted veggies and some, I think, kabocha. I was gonna do sweet potato. I think I'm gonna do kabocha squash instead. And I think I'll do like a little tahini dressing on top of that. Very light on the tahini. I'll probably do half hummus, half tahini, just to lower the calories of that a little bit. And yeah, that's the plan. The night ended up getting away from me, but here are the veggies that I roasted up. Some kabocha, Brussels sprouts, and onions, and then I forgot to take a picture of my dinner, but this is what it looked like. And then I ended my night with a bit of hot tea and some creamy ice cream made of sweet potatoes, orange and purple in here. I had a little bit of both. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!